Welcome back to DXB today. The sun is shining, the weather is beautiful, and we're going to be talking about all the things that you could be doing in the city. But what specifically do we have coming up on the show?
Our very own Amy caught up with Chef Chuv for a supper club experience like no other.
And if that weren't enough, we're going to find out more about the family fun that you can be having for the second edition of the Bubble Run at Expo City Dubai.
And we've got a very talented trio performing for us tonight at our new venue. Speaking of trio, look at the three of us. It's our first time working together for 2024. How have you been?
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. How's it been for you? What have you been excited about? What have you been doing?
I actually had a very good December. I managed to travel a little bit. Christmas was amazing with the family. New Year's, I decided to go to downtown, which was the biggest adventure of my life. But ultimately, it was worth it because I got to see the fabulous fireworks. The Burj Khalifa was literally right in my face. So it was worth making that journey. What about you guys?
I mean, I'm very, very excited about just the city seems alive in this period as well. I think we've reached the coldest day of the year.
Yes,
It's
we
going to
have.
slowly get warmer and warmer and warmer. So I'm going to try to be outside as much as I can, going to as many events as I can. I'm very excited about the World Coffee Day, which is taking place on the 21st and the 22nd at the World Trade Center.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
I love coffee so much. I can't function without it. So,
How many have you had for today?
I'll be on my fourth now.
Oh, wow.
It's about time for my fifth.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I have my 2 cups of tea and then a cappuccino, a cheeky little cappuccino in the middle of the day, but that's about it.
Would you go to a whole festival for it?
Sure. I mean, I like coffee. I spend a lot of my money on coffee, so why not? You know, might as well pay tribute to coffee the right way. What about you, Louis?
I'm curious though, is it the kind of tasting where you could just swish it around your mouth and get rid of it? Or do you actually have to drink all of the coffee? Because I've got my limit. After 4 o'clock, I just can't have any more coffee. Otherwise, I'll be up all night.
Is there anything else that we're excited about happening I mean, right now, as we speak, the man himself, Ed Sheeran, has just taken the stage. I'm so excited because I'm actually going tomorrow. It's happening over 2 days, isn't it?
I love Ed Sheeran. He's such a star. But besides that, for golf fans out there, there's an amazing event happening this weekend. It is one of the most highly anticipated golfing events of the season with seasoned talent from across the world and also local. It is the 35th edition of the Hero Dubai Desert Classic, which is on until the 21st. And it's a great event. It takes place at the Emirates Golf Club. So if you're a fan of golf, head down there.
I'm sure our very own Tom is going to be there.
For sure. He's everywhere. If there's a golfing event, he's there. Do you play golf,
I
Paris?
don't. No, that's more of a Tom thing. He seems the type.
Listen, we have loads of exciting events taking place in Dubai this weekend and the entire month of January. We can't keep up with it, and that's exactly why our guest co-host is here to help us. Let's find out who she is.
Hi guys, it's Millie. I'm the editor-in-chief of Cosmopolitan Middle East, and I'm so excited to be joining you in the studio today to talk about all the things that we're going to get up to this weekend. Stay tuned.
Well, Millie will be joining us right here in just a little bit. But first, Amy went down to Chuv's Secret Supper for a magical dining experience and to meet one of the OGs behind the city's diverse culinary scene. So take a look at this.
Tonight, we're in for a treat as Chef Chuv is whipping up a culinary masterpiece in the kitchen for part of his Secret Supper Club, which can be booked exclusively on the Spleedo app. So let's dive into an evening where there's friendship, food and fun. So I've managed to steal Chef Chuv away from the kitchen. Thank you, first of all, so much for inviting us to your beautiful home for your Secret Supper Club.
Thank you, Amy.
So I've got to ask, first question, why did you decide that you wanted to host Secret Supper Clubs and actually have them exclusively on the Spleedo app?
I was making a slow career transition from being an architect to being a chef about 7-ish, 8-ish years ago. Somewhere along the line, my friend suggested, let's just do like a 10-course dinner and take it from there. And then more friends found out about it, and then their friends found out about it, and they wanted to come to these dinners too. I also realized that there was a that this was forming a community, because we had all these rules where you can't ask what you do, where you're from, how long have you been in Dubai, the typical Dubai questions. As I say they're any big city questions, and I just saw this sort of bond that would develop over each dinner, and it was unique. Every dinner was unique. So I thought, well, there we go. Like this is what we have to do. Somewhere along the Supper Club logo came along.
So what can we expect to see from you tonight on your menu?
So we've brought back Mexican cuisine. We tend to bring it back once every year.
Wow, Mexican food sounds incredible. So I've got to ask, do your guests know what they're having before they come?
So they don't. They have no idea what they're going to eat. This has been part of the format right from the get-go. Guests are given a theme as such. So, for instance, like for this menu, we've asked people to dress in fiesta colors. However, for food, all they know is that it's their cuisine. That's it, and they're given some clues in the menu description. Rest is all based on their guessing, on their guessing experience. It's based on their senses. Today, I don't know what you're expecting from a Mexican menu, but everything goes in the direction of things that you know and things that you don't know. I think that's the best way to sort of describe it. Because everything you expect from a Mexican menu will be there, but there will be things that you don't expect as well.
I've had an amazing time at Chef Chuv's Supper Club. It was absolutely incredible, and I love the initiative, and I definitely recommend that you try it out too.
Thank you, Amy. It looks absolutely delicious. But now, our guest co-host is the editor-in-chief of the largest-selling women's magazine in the UAE, discovering the ever-evolving world of beauty and, of course, empowerment. So please join me in welcoming Editor-in-Chief of Cosmopolitan, Millie Midwood. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks for having me back, guys. Nice to be back.
Every time we see you, Millie, there's always excitement going on. You were just telling us you're doing something pretty much every day. What are some of the most exciting things happening in January and February?
I know. I'm out every night this week. A bit of everything. Like you said earlier, I think the weather's amazing, so the main thing is spending as much time outdoors. We've just launched a female walking club at Cosmo. So we did the first walk yesterday. We're doing it every day, every week at 6:30 a.m. So you can check out our Instagram for more details on that. And it's a very nice little community vibe. There's so many different openings, beach clubs, restaurants. One of my favorite beach clubs I've been to that's just opened is B Beach on Dubai Harbour. It's very boho, very Instagrammable, amazing skyline view of JBR Marina. And that's just a couple of them.
It sounds like a bit of me, to be honest.
Yes.
Would you say it is beach club season at the moment? Because it is a little bit chilly for the beach, but at the same time, we only have a few weeks of
Very
the
fleeting.
cold weather left, much like what Farah said at the top of the show. So what do you recommend? Swimwear with a jacket?
I think so. I've lived in Dubai for 30 years, so my blood has thinned and I have acclimatized to this region. So by 5 p.m. I am freezing, but that's not going to stop me from going to the beach in this amazing weather. I mean, at about midday, it's perfect.
Now, I know we've been talking about this earlier on, how we hit 2024, hit the ground running. Do you expect this year to be a bit more busy than last year? Because so far, 2024's January has been a bit crazy.
I think the trajectory of the Dubai calendar is just only going up. I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. And I'm not mad about it really, because there's always so many different options of things to do. I mean, if you want to do a bit of hiking, if you're into music, obviously Ed Sheeran is playing now. I know you're going, I'm going as well.
I think we're going to be in different bits. I think you're going to be in the nice bit.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I'll find you. Yeah, there's so much to do and across every category, and there's lots of free activities as well. Like there's a dog beach that's just opened down in Port Rashid, which is totally free, and I think the beach there is just so pristine because nothing's been built down that end of the town yet, and there's so much more to come.
And there is so much going on that I'm getting the messages, I'm sure you're getting the messages from family and friends like, oh, is it a good time to visit? Can we come and visit? Let's go and visit. So people are trying to figure out when to come to the UAE. In your experience, when do you feel the event season starts to taper off a little bit?
I think when it starts getting hot, I mean, now people really eke it out as much as possible. So it's kind of from June 1st that kind of 3 months of the summer starts to slow down a bit. And then September 1st, it's like right back into it. So we've just got a 3-month breather. But apart from that, it's full steam ahead.
I personally have family in town. My dad's in town and I'm very excited to take him to different restaurants. Speaking of which, I know that you know about all the cool new places and restaurants in particular that we should look out for. So what have been some of your favorite ones that you've recently discovered?
So the two that are kind of top of my list at the moment is Signor Sassy, which has opened at the St. Regis on the Palm. They actually opened a few months ago, but last night they had their terrace opening and it is so beautiful. It's like you're not in Dubai. It's like you've been transported to Italy. There's a big fountain in the middle. It's amazing. So definitely want to add to the list. And then Oku, which has actually been around for about 10 years in Dubai, has just reopened at the Marriott on the Palm as well. So if Japanese is your thing, that's a great one.
Well, I know there are a lot of fancy places here in the UAE, but I'm sure you're in the know of everything that's free and affordable as well. So do you see that the UAE scene as having more free and affordable places to hang out with nowadays?
Yeah, a lot actually. I think you just have to look for them. So for example, the walking club that we're doing on Cosmo is totally free. I think you just kind of have to follow the pages that you're interested in, and everyone is doing things that are galvanizing their communities. So I think you just need to keep an eye out.
I mean, you mentioned the restaurants, you mentioned the clubs, and they're always amazing, they're always beautiful. But is there anything that is just a bit different that's finally landed in the UAE? Something that people will be like, oh, never done that before?
I think, so we've actually just done the Spa Awards at Cosmo, and if you're into a day of self-care and relaxation, one of our categories was, exactly, one of our categories was the most unique spa experience. And we actually just announced the winners today, and the winning spa for that category and the winning treatment was the Atlantis, the Royal, and they do a hot stone massage, but in true Dubai style. The stones are covered in gold.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. So there's loads of wacky spa treatments as well to check out.
I was just at the Atlantis, the Royal. I don't think I experienced the hot stone or the gold stone, as you said. I think I did the Balinese massage, and just going to that hotel, that property in itself is such a treat. Millie, please stick with us. We want to chat to you, and we have so many more guests and so much to cover on the show. But for now, let's find out who's playing us out on tonight's show. Let's have a look.
This is Nicky Mucky from the Nicky Mucky Trio. Today I'll be playing with Isaac T-Bays on bass and Maxim on drums. We're going to be playing a piece of mine called In the Beginning. Stay tuned to the end of the show to check it out.
Looking forward to hearing from Nicky later, but coming up we get a sneak peek into some weekend activities buzzing in the city, so stay right here with us.